The recent spotlight on Brittney Marie Jones came unexpectedly, not from her own direct career moves, but through her connection to the late Brandon Blackstock, the former husband of Kelly Clarkson. Following Blackstock's death at the age of 48 after a long battle with cancer, tributes and stories began surfacing about the people who were closest to him in his final years. One name that kept appearing was Brittney Marie Jones, who many reports described as Brandon's partner and soulmate during his last chapter of life. While much of the public focus has been on her relationship with Brandon and her past professional connection to Kelly Clarkson, Brittney's own life and work tell a story of someone who has spent years navigating the often unpredictable, demanding, and private world behind the entertainment industry. Brittney Marie Jones was not a household name in the celebrity sphere before recent events, but her work has touched some of the biggest names in music and television. According to her professional history, Brittney worked as a production assistant for Kelly Clarkson, a position that placed her right in the heart of a fast-paced, high-pressure environment. In that role, she would have been responsible for coordinating between departments, keeping schedules on track, handling artist and crew needs, and ensuring that production ran smoothly, tasks that often demand both diplomacy and precision. Production assistants in the entertainment industry often work long hours under tight deadlines, and their contributions, while rarely recognized publicly, are crucial to making large-scale productions succeed. Her time working for Clarkson inevitably put her in proximity to Brandon Blackstock, who was then married to the pop star and working in artist management. Over time, what began as a professional crossing of paths developed into a personal connection, though the timeline and exact nature of their relationship has not been publicly detailed by either party. What is known is that following Brandon and Kelly Clarkson's divorce in 2022, a legal battle that drew heavy media attention, Brittney and Brandon grew close. To understand the context in which Brittney became part of this narrative, it's worth revisiting that period. Clarkson's divorce from Blackstock was widely covered, involving disputes over property, finances, and custody. Brandon, who had worked as her manager for years, left Los Angeles after their split and settled in Montana, focusing on a quieter life away from the Hollywood spotlight. Brittney, by contrast, had spent much of her professional life in roles that required discretion and adaptability. For people in her line of work, maintaining a low public profile isn't just a choice, it's often a necessity. When Brandon Blackstock's health began to decline, Brittney was reportedly a steady presence in his life. Sources close to the family have described her as supportive, devoted, and deeply caring during his 3-year battle with cancer. Cancer caregiving is one of the most emotionally taxing experiences anyone can go through, requiring patience, compassion, and resilience. And by all accounts, Brittney played a vital role in helping Brandon navigate his illness. The two shared moments of joy, family connection, and private life away from the cameras, and her presence offered him comfort during an unimaginably difficult period. Brittney's role in the public narrative shifted following Brandon's passing. Obituaries and tribute pieces began mentioning her alongside family members, describing her as his soulmate and acknowledging the bond they shared. For someone who had previously been largely invisible to the public eye, the sudden attention must have been both overwhelming and bittersweet. While she was now part of a high-profile story, that recognition was tied to a personal loss. Outside of her relationship with Brandon, Brittney's professional work demonstrates the kind of behind-the-scenes dedication that is rarely spotlighted in entertainment journalism. Production assistants like Brittney are often the glue holding complicated productions together. Whether coordinating travel for talent, ensuring equipment is in place, managing call sheets, or fielding last-minute changes, their days can start before sunrise and stretch well into the night. In high-profile productions involving A-list celebrities, the stakes are even higher, as every misstep can ripple through the project. Brittney's ability to work in that environment speaks to a high level of organizational skill, reliability, and emotional intelligence. Though there's little publicly available about her early life, career beginnings, or personal ambitions, the fragments we do know suggest someone who has built a career in service to others' creative visions while maintaining her own privacy. Unlike many people who enter the entertainment industry seeking fame, Brittney has worked almost entirely behind the scenes. This kind of career requires a thick skin and a willingness to sacrifice recognition in exchange for stability and contribution. It's a path that doesn't often make headlines until personal circumstances, as in her case, bring it unexpectedly to public attention. In the months following Brandon's death, Brittney has remained largely out of the spotlight, choosing not to comment publicly beyond what has been shared through family statements. Those statements have painted a picture of a relationship built on mutual respect and care, one that provided Brandon with companionship and support when he needed it most. If there's one thread that runs through Brittney Marie Jones' story, it's that her impact has been felt more through action than public display. Whether on a production set or at the side of someone she loved, she has occupied roles that are vital yet understated, demanding yet unheralded. The sudden public interest in her life is a reminder that behind every celebrity story are individuals whose own narratives are often hidden in the shadows. For now, Brittney seems to be continuing her life away from the glare of media attention. If her career path to date is any indication, she may remain in the production world, contributing her skills to projects while letting the spotlight fall elsewhere. And while her name may have been introduced to the public in the context of personal loss, those who have worked with her or known her personally likely remember her for her professionalism, her reliability, and her capacity for care. In a culture where fame is often mistaken for worth, Brittney Marie Jones's story offers a quieter example of value, the kind that exists in steady presence, in work done well without applause, and in the support given to others during both creative triumphs and life's hardest moments. Her life may not be the subject of tabloid spreads or red carpet interviews, but it is nonetheless a life woven into the fabric of the entertainment industry and into the personal histories of those she has supported, both professionally and personally. And perhaps that is the essence of her legacy so far. A reminder that not all important roles come with a marquee or a headline. Some are played quietly in the wings, where the real work of holding things together is done.